Sierra Leone. The husband school. Sierra Leone Al Jazeera. Pidia Joseph Aliou has made it his life's work to eradicate sexual violence in. Although the precise figures are impossible to confirm, it's estimated that more than 200,000 women were the victims of gender-based violence during the country's devastating 1991-2002 civil war, and this legacy has endured. In February 2019, the president of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, declared rape a national emergency. "I am not doing my job for money. It's a passion." Pidia Joseph Aliou, husband school teacher. As a teacher at the husband school, Pidia attempts to make fundamental changes in the arena where some of the worst crimes are committed: marriage. He leads classes for men in a rural area in eastern Sierra Leone, inviting them to share their views on the and helping them to build a better understanding of the consequences of their attitudes and actions. For many of these men, some past retirement age, this is the first time they have been in a formal classroom situation, but once a week for 6 months they take a break from their work and voluntarily participate in the training sessions. The idea is to open their minds to the bigger picture and encourage them to embark on a different, more mutually respectful relationship with their wives. It is also not unusual for Pidia to be the first point of contact when a family reaches crisis point and acts of violence are committed. People. But, as with many NGO projects in Sierra Leone, funding for the husband school is inconsistent and Pidia goes months on end without payment. Nevertheless, Filmmaker's view. Men in the villages of Sierra Leone discussing gender issues seemed an intriguing prospect ever since I first covered the story a few years ago. Watching the husband school classes play out, I couldn't help but admire the openness with which these grown men, some of them past retirement age, were willing to learn and discuss sensitive issues around sex, marriage, domestic violence, and other key moral and practical questions related to gender. Ultimately, that men are discussing gender issues does not mean women are safe, nor equal. But I think the film, Sam Liebman, filmmaker. Spending time with them, I realized how much I and people in my own society could learn from the spirit of openness that I saw during the classes. The willingness to I also realized that the men say so many times quite abhorrent views and behavior often not due to willful ignorance. They've lived through a war. Many families there live in relative poverty, even by Sierra Leone standards. Living far from this, it is not that I think we should let men off the hook. Many women are like many other men and women in Sierra Leone's civil society movement. Pidia is trying his hardest to make a positive change to their nation, working mostly for free and with little or no financial backing. Many of these inspire. Ultimately, that men are discussing gender issues does not mean women are safe or equal. But I think the film, source Al Jazeera. Insight into the remarkable attempt to bring justice to peacekeepers that committed crimes against the most vulnerable. Brazil's Straw Hat Project helps women affected by domestic violence leave abusive situations and enter the economy. Nearly 2 billion voters in 52 countries around the world will head to the polls this year to elect their leaders. Russian-Saudi relations could be very different today, if Stalin hadn't killed the Soviet ambassador to Saudi Arabia. How the art world's hunger for ancient artifacts is destroying a centuries-old culture. A journey across. Insight into the remarkable attempt to bring justice to peacekeepers that committed crimes against the most vulnerable. Brazil's Straw Hat Project helps women affected by domestic violence leave abusive situations and enter the economy. About 3,000 people came out of Baghouz in eastern Syria through a humanitarian corridor, US-backed SDF rebels say. Donald Trump set to open a new front in trade wars with a plan to end preferential trade treatment for India and Turkey. 70 years after the partition of India, we examine the troubled legacy of the event that shaped the subcontinent. In an era of disinformation, the CEO of Rappler takes on forces that she believes are undermining world democracies. People Power investigates the UK's scandalous neglect of its colonial-era African soldiers. One refugee family faces incredible odds and countless setbacks as they travel over 3,000 kilometers across Europe.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.